Hi student, here is the part 2 of the tutorial video helps you to complete your assignment 1. Remember, for assignment 1, the due date should be next lesson for 1 grade, which means this is the 31st of October. So let's take a look here. So this assignment, so sometimes when I do assignment, I will use highlighters and also I will jot down some key points to help me complete the assignment. So let's take a look here. So here we have source A. It is a map of Sha Tin. So perhaps you're living in adjacent areas, so you know very much about it. So you can see this is Sha Tin, this is Lake Yunchun, and here we have Fotan, okay? And here we have the Sengmun Ho. Let's take a look at question A. It asks you to refer to source A. When you see the keyword refer, it means that you must take a look at source A. So this is a map, and you have to find out the grid references. So I've told you we had a grid references practice during class 先還後值, right? 嗱，咁我哋就唔需要進位嘅, okay? So this time we have to provide the grid references of 4 digits. So we have done the practice before. Time for you to get some practice yourself, okay? And we have to identify the land use of the features. So how many types of land use did we introduce? Do you still remember? Types of land use. You can refer to your textbook. Page 19 and 20. So we have the commercial land use. Commercial land use. We have the residential land use. So commercial land use is for business, if you still remember. And residential is for people to live. And we have the industrial land use. It is for the land for production, right? The land for production, or like the warehouse, it is for storage. We have institutional. It can be for the government. It can be for the community to use, like the school, like temples, hospital, libraries. So they're institutional land use. We have transport land use, and also we have recreational. So like Disneyland, swimming pools, playgrounds, parks, country park. So they are recreational. And there is one more. It is on page 20. It is called mixed land use. Mixed land use. So generally speaking, in Hong Kong, there are some land use. They have quite a bit of history, and then they're built in the past. So at that time, the urban planning, the city planning is not that complete, is not that well structured, so that there will be mixed land use. So let's say if you went to some old district of Hong Kong, like Sam Shui Po, okay, so you can see that of that building, you have some residential land use on the top of the building. So say starting from the 2nd floor to the 10th floor, there are some people, they're going to live there. But the lowest floor on the ground floor, perhaps it is for commercial land use, right? Perhaps it's a wet market. Perhaps it is a commercial land use. So for this kind of land use, we call them a mixed land use. So we have 7 types of land use, and we did a quick revision for them. So you have to put the 4-digit grid references here by looking at the map. 先還後值, okay? So use the skill you have learned before, and then you have to identify this. So for this is the conventional signs. So you have to go to the appendix 2. So you have learned the conventional signs from the part 1 of this tutorial video, and then you can go to the appendix 2, page 95, take a look, and then you can view what type, you can know what does it mean, and then you can view what type of land use it means. Good. Okay, so how about part B? So let's read the question together. You have to give one reason to explain why the transport in Sha Tin is convenient. Then you have to give evidence from the map to explain your answer. So we are going to say that the transport in Sha Tin is convenient. By looking at the map, perhaps you have already found out some clues. So make sure you give 1 point, 1 reason about why the transport is convenient. Why the transport is convenient. Convenient. Okay, so what have you noticed here? What are these? Is there like something here? Okay, I don't know. So try to look for the clues, and then you have a reason. Like there are some type of something, some types of transportation facilities, for example, and then you have to give the example that you have located from the map, and then you have the reason why. Then you have to give the evidence. So let's say you have figured out there is something here, and then you have to give the evidence. You have noticed something, the reason, what is this public transport facility, and what is the evidence. If you are a high-level learner, you can even give the example of the facility of sport with a grid referencing. So it will be excellent. So it will be very sufficient to support your reason, because you can gain some evidence from the map. Let's try it. And how about part C? We have, according to source A, we have to explain the land use in Shatin. It meets the needs of industrialists and residents living in Lake Yun Estate. So it has a reference for us. It is the grid reference 2067. So here, it should be inside this box. So you can see that there are residents of Lake Yun Estate. So we are targeting two groups of people. The first group is the industrialists. So how can they make good use of the facilities around them to help them to use the industrial land use? How? And then you have to explain. So have you noticed something? Okay, so you have to give what type of land use you have spot, and then you have to provide the reason about how it meets the needs. How it meets the needs of the industrialists. So this is the first part of the question here. And then you have to talk about how the land use help the residents living in Lake Yun Estate. So for residents, perhaps they have more types of land use that can meet their needs, right? So that you can try to figure out from the map. So are there any facilities that can meet their needs for this type? So you can also write them out 1 point and then give the evidence. If you are an advanced learner, again, try to even provide the Greek references. It will be great. So I hope that this helps you to gain some insights to how to complete your assignment 1. If you want more resources, or you have any question, so you can come and find me. So I'm very happy to help. So I'm looking forward to see your first assignment on 31st of October.